Hi students, in this video we shall reinforce the concept of inverse proportion through Mathematics A, Student Book 2 endorsed by Pearson and Edexcel. We shall solve the whole exercise 2 star given on page number 10. I wish all of you get the concept and like, share, subscribe the channel so that others can get benefit too. Since we already know if two quantities are related by inverse proportion, then by increasing one quantity, the other one decreases. For example, 8 workers build one wall in 5 hours. If we increase number of workers, they will finish the same task in less number of hours. Then we write workers are inversely proportional to hours taken. Or we can say that hours are inversely proportional to workers. So just to make them equal to a constant number, we make it H equals K upon W, or we can say W equals K upon hours. Now, both these should be equal to one constant number. This is called K, constant of proportionality. So we can say that the equation of proportionality is K equals W times H, means workers times hours. So this is the relationship of inverse proportion quantities. Exercise 2 star. Question number 1 states, two quantities A and B are in inverse proportion. Copy and complete the table. As you know, if these two values, quantities are inversely proportional, then we also know A times B equal K. Means all A's and B's, when we multiply them together, we get a constant number. So now we get what is K, because here we are given A quantity is 5 and the other one B is 9.6. So when we multiply these two, we get K. Here we have K equals 5 times 9.6. So this becomes 48. To get the quantity B, we divide K by A, means this 3. So when we divide 48 divided by 3, we get 16. Okay? So 16 is the answer here. And if you want to find A, you divide 48 by 10. You get 4.8. Similarly, we divide 48 by 8 to get the answer for A quantity. That one is 6. And 32. When you divide 48 by 32, you get 1.5. So hence we got all the values, unknown values, with the help of our inverse proportion formula. Find the formula connecting A and B. Which formula we can say that? That will be A times B equals 48. This is the answer. How we connect the value or quantity A with quantity B? This is A times B is equal to 48. This is the answer for question 1 B part. Question 2 states, there are 3 trillion trees on earth and concentration of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere is 400 parts per million. Assuming the number of trees is inversely proportional to the concentration of carbon dioxide, then find the concentration of carbon dioxide if the number of trees fall to 2 trillion. Number of trees are inversely proportional to number of trees inversely proportional to the concentration. Okay. Number of trees we represent with T, parts per million of concentration of carbon dioxide, we represent it with C. This means T equals K upon C and T times C is equal to K. Now we know 3 trillion trees have 400 parts per million. So K is equal to 3 times 400. That becomes 1200. Okay, whenever we use K, we use the value 1200 or 3 times 400, we can use that one too. Question A. A states the concentration of carbon dioxide if the number of trees fall to 2 trillion. Means we need to find the concentration and we know the number of trees are 2 trillion. So we know the formula, that one is C is equal to K upon T, right? So K is, we can check 3 times 400 is the value of K divided by time. T is time not divided by number of trees. That one is 2 trillion. So we can divide this 4 by 2. So this becomes 3 times 200, which is 600 parts per million is the concentration of carbon dioxide. The answer is 600 parts per million. Now B part. The number of extra trees needed to reduce the concentration of carbon dioxide to 300 parts per million. B part. The number of extra trees needed to reduce the concentration of carbon dioxide to 300 parts per million. How much total number of trees are needed to get the concentration of carbon dioxide up to 300 parts per million? First of all, we check that. So, the number of trees is equal to K upon C. K is 3 times 400 divided by 300. So these two zeros are gone. 3 times 1 is 3. So we got here 4. It means total 4 trillion trees are needed. But we already have 3 trillion. So extra number of trees needed equals 4 minus 3 equal 1. 1 trillion trees. Okay, this is the answer. The question B, question 2, B part. Question 3 states, Bella's food mixer has 10 speed settings. When the setting is at 6, it takes 4 to whip some cream. Bella thinks that the speed setting is inversely proportional to take time. Speed is equal to 6 and time equals 4 minutes. Speed is inversely proportional to time and speed is equal to K upon time, means K is equal to speed times T. Now we are given speed 6 times T is 4, means 24. K value is 24. Now we check the question A. What do they say? If Bella is correct, how long will it take her to whip the cream at the speed setting of 8? Now we know the speed setting 8. Now A part says speed is equal to 8. T is equal to K upon S, means 24 upon 8. 8 times 1 is 8. 8 times 3 is 24. Means it takes 3 minutes. Okay, at the speed setting of 8, mixer takes the time for 3 minutes, okay, to whip that same cream. Now B part. B question says Bella whips cream at speed setting of 4. Now speed setting is 4, it takes 5 minutes. Is the speed setting inversely proportional to the time taken? If the speed is equal, we can say that time taken K upon S. Okay, so K is 24. If the speed is 4, then 4 times 1 is 4, 4 times 6 is 24. So the answer is 6 minutes. So if that relationship is inversely proportional, then at the speed of 4, mixer should take 6 minutes. But Bella is saying that it's 5 minutes, so it means this is the wrong answer. She is not correct on that time. So what we write, give reason. So we can say that Bella is not correct and reason, it's not inversely proportional. If it is, then it should take 6 minutes. Question 4. In an electrical circuit, the current A amperes is inversely proportional to the resistance R ohms. This current is 9 amperes when the resistance is 16 ohms. Question A says find the current when resistance is 12 ohms. So first we write here current is represented by A and resistance is represented by R, which is given. And current is measured in amperes and resistance is measured in ohms. As we know that these are inversely proportional given over here in the equation, we write that A is inversely proportional to R or R is inversely proportional to A. Both ways we can write. But when you remove this sign of proportionality, we make it A equals K upon R or R equals K upon A. Now R goes to the other side and K becomes A times R in both cases. So we have this equation K equals A times R. It is given that the current is 9 amperes and resistance is 16 ohms. So we can find the value of K while putting these numbers or these values of A and R. This is 9 times 16, which will be equal to 144. Now question A we solve. Find the current when resistance is 12 ohms. Means we need to find A and the resistance is given which is 12 ohms. K is equal to 9 times 16. We can write 144 as well. But if we write in that way, it's become easy for us to solve. So 3 times 3 is 9, 3 times 4 is 12. 4 times 1 is 4, 4 times 4 is 16. So 3 times 4 equals 12 or amperes. Because this is current and this one is measured in amperes. A is equal to 12 ampere. This is our answer. Now B part. Find the formula connecting A and R. So already we know that the value of K is equal to 9 times 16. So we can put the value of K over here. We get A times R equal 144. This is our answer for B part. C part states, the current must be limited to 6 amperes. What resistance will achieve this? So now we know the current and we need to find resistance. So we can take this formula R equals K upon A. Because A is given, so we shall write in that way. So K is 9 times 16 upon A is 6 amperes. So now 3 times 3 is 9, 3 times 2, 6, 2 times 1 is 2, 2 times 8 is 16. So 3 times 8 equals 24 ohms. Okay, any confusion? Let me know in comment box. Question 5. The Shard in London is 306 meter high. This is the building, making it the tallest building in Europe. It has 11,000 panes of glass which take a team of 6 window cleaners 20 days to clean. So here we are measuring the proportion between window cleaners and the days to clean. The window cleaners have to seal down the outside of building to do this. If one of the cleaners falls ill, how long will it take to clean the window? So we start with basic information. That one is given. It's an inverse proportion between the number of cleaners and days taken to clean. So number of days of cleaning. So we can represent the number of cleaners by C and represent number of days by D. So we can write here C is inversely proportional to D. And it may be written K is equal to K upon D. This implies K is equal to C times D. This is equation for K. Now we find the value of K with the initial reading given. So K is equal to 6 number of cleaners, okay, and 20 days. 6 times 20, we can say that this is 6 times 2 is 1220 is the value of K. Now A part, they say if one cleaner falls ill, it means there were how many cleaners were there? 6. So we say that the remaining cleaners equals 6 minus 1 equals 5 now. C is equal to K over D or D is equal to K over C. It's the same. So it becomes 6 times 20 divided by 5. So 5 times 1 is 5. 5 times 4 is 20. So 6 times 4 becomes 24. They will take 24 days to clean the window because 5 workers are left. Now the number of workers are decreasing, number of days are increasing. B part. How many cleaners would be needed to clean the windows in 15 days? Now we need to find number of cleaners, so we take this equation. C is equal to K upon D. K is 6 times 20 divided by 15 days. So now 3 times 2 is 6, 3 times 5 is 15. 5 times 1 is 5, 5 times 4, 20. So you got 2 times 4. This shows there are 8 cleaners needed. Question 6. Sienna is training for a charity cycle ride. When she averages 24 kilometers per hour, she takes 2 hours 15 minutes to do the course. A star question states when she started training, she took 2 hours 42 minutes. What was her average speed? So first we know that there is an inverse proportion between the speed of cycle, her average speed, and the time taken. As her speed is increasing, her average time will decrease. So we know that speed is inversely proportional to time. And we can rewrite it as speed equals K upon time taken. Okay. So we have the value in this way, K equals speed time into time, which is 24, speed is 24 kilometers, but we need to know time. How we write this time in a way like 2 hours, 15 minutes. But we know that speed should be 24 kilometers in hours, means we have to convert 2 hours, 15 minutes in hours. So first we convert it. Time, 2 hours, 15 minutes. And 15 minutes. How we convert it? We can write that 2 hours plus 15 upon 60 hours. Okay? Means, as you know that 1 hour contains how many minutes? 60 minutes are equal to 1 hour. So we divide this 15 minute by 60. So it becomes, that fraction becomes into hours. So we can say 2 plus 15 upon 60 is 0.25. So this becomes 2.25 hours. As you know, when you have 2 means 2.00 and 0.25, when you add them together, you get 5, 2 and 2. So it is 2.25 hours. Now we can multiply this one by 2.25 hours. So 24 times 2.25 is your K. You can write in this way as well, or you can write its multiple. That one is 54. Now we do question A. Question A says, when she started training, she took 2 hours to 42 minutes. What was her average speed? Again, we have to convert this time. Her time will be, time taken will be 2 hours and 42 minutes. Now you guess, how will we change? It will be 2 plus 42 divided by 60 as we did before. So this all become that much hours. So 2 plus 42 divided by 60, when you divide it, you get 0.7. As per previous practice, I have told you, we shall add 2 and 0.7, we get 2.7 hours. Again, we use the equation because we have to find speed. So speed is equal to K upon time. So our K is 24 times 2.25 and divided by 2.7. You get, use calculators to get the answer. This becomes, as per my calculator, this one is 20 kilometers per hour. Okay. Hope you understand it. If you couldn't and you have any doubt, let me know in comment box. Now we do question 6b part. B part states, when Sina finally did the ride, she averaged 27.5 kilometers per hour. How long to the nearest minute did it take her? So Sina, again we rewrite the value of K. The value of K was 24 times 2.25, or you could write here 54. If we write 54 straight away, that one is also good. Now we need to find time. This time equals K upon speed. That is, K is 24 times 2.25 divided by 27.5, which becomes equal to 1.96 hours. But this is not the answer. They ask us that about nearest minute. So what we do, we make them into minutes. 1 hour plus 0.96 times 60. So 1 hour, rather than writing in 1 hour, we can write it as 60 minutes. So we write it as 60 minutes plus 0.96 times 60 minutes. So it becomes 60 plus 58, or you can write here 818 minutes together. Okay, all of you, I hope, understood it well. If you have any problem, please do write in comment box and don't forget to subscribe the channel. And if you have already done it, then don't forget to check my all other previous videos. And have any problem, just let me know. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.